Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online teaching academy, Ekalaiva. Class 8, CBSE Science. Name of the lesson, Chemical Effects of Current. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand about structure of an atom, electrical conductivity, do liquids conduct electricity, electrolysis, and electroplating. Look at these pictures, children. Is there any difference between these pictures? Yes. In the first case, the bulb is not glowing, whereas in the second case, the bulb is glowing. What could be the reason for this? In the first picture, the switch is in off position. When the switch is off, there is no flow of current. Whereas in the second picture, the switch is in on position. When it is on, there is a flow of current, and that is why the bulb is glowing. What do you mean by current? A current is a stream of charged particles such as electrons or ions moving through an electrical conductor. Have you heard about electrons? Yes, they are the negatively charged particles present in an atom. Today, we are going to discuss about structure of an atom. Before knowing about an atom, you need to know about matter. Do you know that all substances present around us can be classified as matter? What this matter is? Anything that occupies space and has mass is known as matter. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the house we live, plants, animals, humans, table, chair, rocks, minerals are all different kinds of matter. All forms of matter such as element, compound or mixture are made up of smaller particles called atoms. What is an atom? Atom is the smallest particle of a substance. They are the building blocks of matter, like how bricks are the building blocks of houses. How big are atoms? Atoms are so small that we cannot see them even under a powerful microscope. Scanning tunneling microscope has been used to study the images of some elements. At first, it was thought that atoms are indivisible particles, which mean they cannot be further divided into smaller particles. But now it has been proved that atoms are further made up of three basic particles, that is, protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons are located inside the nucleus, whereas electrons revolve around the nucleus. Protons, electrons, and neutrons are the three subatomic particles of an atom. Protons are positively charged particles and is represented by the symbol P+. Electrons are negatively charged particles and is represented by the symbol E-. Neutrons are neutrally charged particles and is represented by the symbol N. The nucleus of an atom consists of positively charged protons and neutrally charged neutrons. So, the charge on nucleus is positive. Electrons are negatively charged particles in an atom. So, they revolve around the nucleus in a circular path known as orbit or shell. There are different shells like K shell, L shell, M shell and N shell. K shell is the first shell and is located closer towards the nucleus, whereas L is the second shell, M is the third shell, and N is the fourth shell. By using the formula 2n square, where n is the number of orbit or shell, it is easy to calculate the maximum number of electrons in each shell. We know that protons are positively charged particles and electrons are negatively charged particles. If the number of positively charged particles is equal to number of negatively charged particles in an atom, then it is considered that atoms are neutral. For example, there are 3 protons, 1, 2 and 3 are located inside the nucleus, and 3 electrons are revolving around the nucleus, 1, 2, 3. Since the number of protons and number of electrons are equal, they balance each other, and therefore an atom is said to be neutral. Let us discuss about the transfer of electrons. Electrons are free particles. So, some materials give up electrons to other materials. The triboelectric series tells us which materials tend to lose electrons and which materials tend to gain electrons. The word tribo means friction, and triboelectricity is the static electricity acquired through friction. When rubbed, the materials higher on the list give up electrons and become positively charged, whereas the materials down the table take up electrons and become negatively charged. What do you mean by static charges? The charges that gather on a material are called static charges. They do not move. They build up on the surface of an object until they find a way to be released or discharged. Let us look at an example of static electricity. Before combing, the comb and the hair remains neutral. This is because they have equal number of protons and equal number of electrons. When you comb your hair, the hair has a tendency to lose electrons and become positively charged, and the comb has a tendency to gain electrons and become negatively charged. When the charged comb is brought near to the pieces of paper, the extra negative charges on the comb attract the positive charges on the paper, and the paper sticks to the comb. Let us see an activity on static electricity.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hi friends, I am RG Mugilasi of class 8. Today I am going to explain to you about static electricity with the help of a simple activity. Do you know a plastic comb attracts paper? Let's try it. Take a plastic comb, bring it near some pieces of paper. Is the comb attracting the paper? No. Now rub the comb on your hair and bring it near the pieces of paper. See, now the papers got attracted to the comb. Do you think it is magic? No. The reason behind this is electric charges. There are two types of electric charges, positive and negative. However, there are some objects in which the positive and the negative charges are equal to one another. In such cases, we call them electrically neutral. So, was the plastic comb electrically neutral or electrically charged? Initially, the plastic comb was electrically neutral, which means it had the right amount of positive and negative charges. So it was not able to attract the paper. So after rubbing the comb on our hair, why was it able to attract the paper? Let me tell you why. As our hair has the tendency to lose electrons and the plastic comb has the tendency to accept electrons, the electrons from our hair got transferred on this cone. Thus the cone became negatively charged and was able to exert a force that could attract the paper. So we call this static electricity. Hope you all understood. Thank you. Shri Guru Bhagwan.
In today's class, we have discussed about structure of an atom and static electricity. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you, children.